Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Curly K, and I am here today to do a little bit of a hair show and tell. So I know y'all are probably thinking, if you watch my hair videos often, that, oh wow, I can't believe you have dark hair. Me neither. But I think y'all that I am going to start back ordering hair online because I haven't ordered hair. I haven't been ordering from online beauty supply stores in a minute. I just been going to the beauty supply store, and I am now bored with the selection that they have at the beauty supply store. I don't know how, honestly, I haven't ordered hair, in a long time, because online you just get so much more of a color diversity than you do in the beauty supply store. And I ended up getting color number 4, which is like, if you know me, color number 4 is at the bottom of color number 4 is at the bottom of the hair color rainbow. Like, I will wear a jet black before I wear a 4, but I was like, well, my hair isn't jet black, so ain't no need for me to really go get no 4. Ain't no need for me to go get no 1B. So today I will be talking about my braids. So I took my red locks out. If you are staying with me on my protective style wave I've been on, I have been wearing locks for the past couple of months. But I had already did some locks on somebody's head this week, and I knew I had to do my hair. So I was like, let me just do something that will be easier for me, and it'll be a little bit quicker. I did struggle doing this style, and it wasn't easier for me, even though I thought it would have been easy. Especially since because my braids are larger. But the hair that I am going to talk to you guys about today that I use to achieve this style is the Freetress 301 braid natural texture. It's pre-stretched, and I got this in a color number 4. I bought it from my local beauty supply store, and it was at $5.79 a pack. And then, sorry y'all, for the curly pieces, I decided to use Gogo Curl. I bought 2 packs of this, $5.99 a pack. Okay, in the color number 4, of course. Now, let me just say, the reason why I ended up with this style is because every time I get on Instagram, boho braids have been out for years. I think boho braids probably started getting popular at the beginning of 2020. And I was just like, oh, well, boho braids don't really look nothing but and essentially, to me, they look like individual tree braids. And if you know about 90s hairstyles, you know that the girlies used to wear individual tree braids. It would look like micros, but they was individual tree braids. I was just like, well, let me just try it. And honestly, not to what's the word? I don't know the word right now. Not to discourage anybody or to dismiss anybody from using human hair when they get their hair braided. Me personally, I just think using human hair when you get boho braids, it's kind of a waste of money, because you're not going to do anything but take the braids out and throw it in the trash. And for me, I change my hair too often to be putting that much of an investment in my hair. So this was something I did in my hair for let's see, $5.79 a pack. I use 1 pack, $5.99. So about $12. This is a $12 hairstyle versus me going, because I went and looked at the bulk hair in my beauty supply store, just because you know how sometimes you can tell when a trend is happening because of the way they start rearranging the beauty supply store. And I started seeing bulk hair on the aisle with the crochet hair. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're getting rid of some crochet hairs to now put human hair, bulk hair in their, in their place. And the hair was I think $20 a pack. If I spent $12 to do this, my whole head, why am I going to spend just $20 on just curly pieces? And honestly, before I did these braids, I did a little bit of research, and I seen a lot of girls online say they regret getting boho braids because with them adding the human hair pieces, it made the style completely high maintenance. And when you have braids, braids is supposed to be a low maintenance hairstyle. So for me, I just felt like it was pointless. It wasn't a good enough investment for me. So now, I know I've been talking about curly hair recently, like curly hair when it comes to braids, because if you don't know, when I wear locks, I prefer to wear goddess locks. I prefer to have curly ends. Even when I was wearing my hair in micros or whatever, I would always use curly hair. I never really liked straight hair like that. So with the boho braid style being all over my timeline, I was just like, I will probably never do boho braids on myself small. So let me just go ahead and do the jumbo boho braids. So I did do the knot method because, y'all, my hair is too fine for knotless braids. I'm just going to tell you that. Knotless braids is not for everybody. These are my box braids. I have 26 braids in total. And if you like me, before I even start a style, I'm already telling myself how many braids I want. I'm already telling myself I'm not putting that many braids in my head. Like, for example, when I do my locks, child, when I do my locks, I'm only putting between 40 to 46 locks in my head. I'm not putting all them locks in my head. I'm just not. Because that's going to take forever to take out. And so I'm all about methods and counting when I do my hairstyles. And I'm also about, whether or not when I buy my hair, whether or not I'll be able to do a second style. So for example, I bought that hair. I bought 3 packs of the 3 times Freetress braid. So that's 9 bundles in total. I use 4 bundles, and I've used like 1 braid's worth of hair off of that 5th bundle. So I basically have 5 bundles of 4 left. So I'm going to be able to do another style with that hair. And then I have 1 whole pack of gogo curl. And when I did put my curly pieces in, I did not put full curly pieces. I cut my gogo curl in half. So when I did feed my curly pieces in, it's half a piece, because I knew, like, I didn't want a full piece of hair, because I feel like then I would have to spend my whole braiding the curly hair inside with the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just made the most sense to me. So that's what I did. At the end of my style, I did put some perm rods on the ends, try to curl them. But y'all, let me tell you something. I think my ends with the curly rods, when it comes to hair, I don't really, struggle with the style. I felt like for this being my first time do boho braids, I did a really good job for my first time. But when it comes to rolling hair and using rollers, I'm just not good at that. Like, some people have their strengths and weaknesses. And for the girls who can use a flexi rod and a perm rod and roll their hair, girl, kudos to you, because, like, I struggle every single time. Like, when I tell you I have an electric tea kettle and some of my rollers was in the tea kettle, I guess I didn't roll the braid right. So after I dipped that section, there was some braids I had to re-roll and re-dip because I didn't dip them right. How long I plan to keep these braids, y'all? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm planning to keep these braids probably 2 to 3 weeks. This Thursday will be 1 week that I've had these braids, and I will probably, depending on how they look, take them out next week. Or if they still look fine and decent and they're not too frizzy, I might keep them a 3rd week. But after that 3rd week, them mugs coming out, because at the beginning of August, I will be having a new hairstyle. I try to do my hair at least once a month. I try not to, do too much, because you don't want to manipulate your hair, of course, because it's a protective style. And the less you have your hands in your hair, the more your hair is going to grow. Especially if you're clipping your ends and did everything and doing everything you're supposed to do in terms of maintaining your natural hair. Go-go curl. I think for boho pieces, if anybody had to pick a crochet curl pattern to use for their boho braids, I think gogo curl, bohemian curl, and maybe beach curl might be the best curl patterns for boho braids. And this is why. The last 2 times when I had locks, I used deep twist hair. And for some reason, my hair tangled like the dickens. It just tangled like the dickens. When I had my red locks the first time, I did use red gogo curl hair for my curly ends. And I mean, my hair would snag and tangle because it is synthetic, but I didn't experience nowhere near the tangling and the matting that I did with deep twist. Another reason why I feel like gogo curl is better, because I find when you split the hair, that causes the hair to tangle more. With gogo curl comes in individual pieces already, so you don't really have to split the hair. Do I have some knots on the strand? Like if you look here, you see how my hair is a little bit frayed? Yes. But for the composition of the curl, for my hair to be almost a week, my hair is still pretty much intact. I do have a few pieces that have, a few little like tangles on them. But for the most part, my curly ends have not tangled. I haven't had to rip my hair apart. I haven't had to wet my hair down. I haven't put any mousse on my hair since I first did it. And that was almost a week ago. I do take my scissors every now and then. And if I do see like a little tangle, I just cut it out. But for the most part, I don't really experience that much tangling. Like I can go through my braids and just pull them apart because my gogo curl doesn't really tangle that much. And I do feel like, I feel like my braids are pretty full, and I feel like I have a good amount of curly pieces in my head, honestly and truthfully. Now, I can't say that this will be the same effect in a different color. I would probably try another color in gogo curl, like maybe 27 or maybe 30 to see. I've had gogo curl in the past with braids, and I used 30, 27, 613, to do my braids. And I didn't experience much tangling with those braids. And my whole head was done with gogo curl hair. And I didn't experience, tangling like that. But if I was to recommend a synthetic hair that was good, and a crochet hair, I would. Presto curl would probably be another one. I should probably try presto curl to see how they do as goddess pieces. But gogo curl is 26 inches, so each piece of mine is supposed to be at least 13 inches long. So I do recommend gogo curl, because even when I wore gogo curl crochet braids, my crochet gogo curl is probably like the best pattern to me. Like with crochet braids, like when it comes to like a curl that lasts. Now you are going to have some matting and some tangling, but it's not going to be like how it is when I had that deep twist hair. And another pattern I probably wouldn't use for boho braids, for synthetic curl boho braids, is water wave. Because again, any hair that I feel like you have to split in terms of putting in braids, I feel like the more you split the hair, the more it's going to be prone to tangling, matting, and knotting up. But when you use hairs that have whole pieces like gogo curl or presto curl, or even like bohemian braid, you don't have to worry about, tangling and knotting and matting as much. I hope I didn't ramble on too long, but that was just, my experience. It's been 1 week. I did just want to come and show y'all my hair. I wanted to do a tutorial that day, but y'all, honestly, the way like it was set up, like I struggle to get these braids in my head. And typically, in In the back, you struggle a little bit, but typically once I get to the middle and to the top, I'm moving. And I was just going, it took me all day to put these braids in. And typically it's not like that. But yeah, y'all, I just want to throw my little 2 cents out there about the boho. Ooh, excuse me. Things you need to know about boho box braids. And so yeah, y'all, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. Deuces.